Hi, my name is Haley Sanders, and I play Kristen in Rich Wanderer Films' new thriller, Deadly Neighbor.
How long have you been acting?
I've been acting since I was about 16 years old, I think. I started in community theater, then majored in it in college, and here we are in film now.
What other big name projects have you worked on?
Recently, I've worked on a couple commercials for Delta and Mellow Mushroom. Those are my two top favorites recently. And then I had a film release called Living in the Cemetery that we did a premiere for a couple months ago. So I got to see it on the big screen.
Can you describe to the audience about your character and how you prepared for this role?
So my character is Kristen, and she is one of the missing women. And when you watch the film, it's kind of told in multiple different perspectives, and she is one of things happening simultaneously. And she is one of those timelines, kind of bringing the audience into the real story of what's going on, maybe behind what the other characters in the story even know about. And I prepared for her by kind of tapping into my own life and experiences I've had in public spaces and the fear that I've had from other different circumstances that I've been in, and just kind of bringing that to my character to make her more relatable and a character that the audience can see themselves in, so they're brought along for the ride.
Was it difficult or natural bringing your character to life? And if so, how?
It was natural. I think, unfortunately, like I said, women experience a lot of fear like that on a day-to-day basis if they're out in public. So it felt natural to draw from the past experiences I've had in my own life and just bring that to the character to make her more relatable.
What did you find most challenging about this role?
I found the fact that performing this role brought a reality of the world to light that sometimes we forget about, and I feel like that was really challenging to think about, that what happened to my character happens to people every day and happens to women every day, and it's something that it's always kind of in the back of our mind, but we kind of forget about it. So I found that really challenging to think about.
What was your best experience working on set?
My best experience, my most favorite experience, was when I first got there. We were just getting to know everybody, and we got to know everybody really quickly and we became friends really quickly. And we ended up improvising a scene that wasn't originally in the script, just to establish a relationship and a connection and a relatability for this character. And I had a lot of fun just improvising random stuff in that scene just to make it feel more real for the audience.
What was it like working with the director?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, we had the improvised scene, and I think it's always so fun when the director trusts the actors to do their job, and it's a very collaborative effort between the two of us, and between the whole cast and crew, where it's like I bring ideas to the table, and then the director and I work together to bring their vision to light.
What do you want the audience to take away from this film?
Well, thrillers are my favorite genre of movie, and I really enjoyed making it, so I just want them to have as much fun watching it and feeling that adrenaline of what's going on and the excitement of figuring out what the characters are going through. I want them to feel that just as I did.